Have you been struggling to feel happy after your divorce? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 2 ways that you can start feeling happier today. Welcome to Life After Chaos. My name is Megan Goldstein Davis, and I'm a post-divorce life coach. My desire is to walk alongside those who have experienced the chaos of divorce and help them to find a way to rebuild their lives with peace and growth and meaning. Today, we're continuing our 3-part series on how to be happy after our divorce. And if you've seen the first 2 videos, you'll know that it's really rooted in gratitude. And the first 2 videos are nice and brief. I would encourage you to go back and watch those. And in the last one, the second video, I promised I would let you in on the reason why the gratitude journal page starts off. Number 1 item is the kitchen faucet. I was in a season of just real physical hard work, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing to have hard work after a divorce. But I owned my own housekeeping business, and so my days were spent doing very physical work. I had several very full schedule of housekeeping clients and 2 small kids when I came home, and so it was just a lot. It was a stretching, muscle building, character building time in my life. It was just a couple of years out from my divorce and still getting my feet under me. Was very blessed to be able to rent a house from friends, and the location was just a wonderful spot. It was a great location, but there was just really 2 proper bedrooms in this house, and so I had a mattress that we would put under one of the beds at night or during the day, and at night we would bring that out so that each of my kids could have their own bedroom. And so I'd go to my job doing housekeeping 6 to 8 hours a day, come home, and the kids were small then, so getting baths done, all the things, homework, dinner, dishes, and then at night I'd pull my little mattress out, and it was a pretty old mattress actually, but and that's where I slept. And so it just felt like sometimes just burdensome. And at that time, a friend of mine who's a missionary, does amazing work all over the world, had started specifically kind of amping up her work she was doing in the country of Uganda. And she was doing a fundraiser dinner informational night, and so I went to that. And at that event, I learned that these ladies worked very hard as well. They literally lived in mud huts. They cooked with cow dung. They would burn as a fire source, cook over that. Very unhealthy, breathing that in. They would walk 5 miles to this very dirty watering hole to get a bucket full of water to bring back for washing, bathing, cooking, drinking. Their days were full of very hard work. And my heart just, connected with them. But I also found out that socially their situation could be very difficult, and often was. Many of them were married women, but their husbands, the culture there is changing, I think, but it is still pretty tough. Their husbands would leave and abandon them and just show up on occasion to have their way with them and then leave again. And so, my heart just rang out for these ladies. And when I returned home that night after that event, I was just standing in my kitchen. Everything was quiet. The kids were down to sleep, and suddenly my focus just narrowed in on my kitchen faucet, and a flood of thought just went shooting through my head of everything That has to be true about my experience of life, the conditions around me, for me to utilize that kitchen faucet as a tool in my everyday. It brings me fresh, drinkable water, 2 different temperatures. And you're probably having that flood of thought right now, like, oh wow, the infrastructure that has to be true of my life in order to possess a kitchen faucet is pretty massive, pretty impressive actually, and we take it for granted all the time. And I just realized I am going through the struggles I'm going through, but I'm going through that in the context of a society, a city government, water treatment system, pipes and roads and stick-built home and water heaters and electricity. I'm going through my struggles in that context. And just to be able to just shh. And that's all I have to do to get my clean drinking water. For my family, it hit me so heavy that day. And I realized no matter what is going on in my life, I can always come back to my kitchen faucet and realize that I really have so many things to be grateful for. And I can start right there with my kitchen faucet. And so that's why that is number 1 on my gratitude journal page, kitchen faucet. Because if all else is hitting the fan, if I'm in the middle of litigation, or if I'm in, single mom exhaustion, if I'm struggling to make good paychecks, if I'm, lonely and worried and feel like I'll never trust a man again, if I'm, just dealing with health issues, anything I'm dealing with that in the context of having the support of fresh, drinkable water in my life. And I hope that hits you the way it hit me, and that you can use that as a plumb line at whatever situation that you are in. You can stand there at your kitchen faucet and go, I am grateful that this is the experience I am having right here. So guys, I hope that this series has been really helpful for you. The study from Harvard in the first video, the book from Ann Voskamp, The 1,000 Gifts, the gratitude journaling, and then the kitchen faucet. I hope that this little packet of how to be happy really resonates with you, really helps you get that step forward to feeling happier, because there is so much life, so much reason for you to be happy. You'll get there. It takes practice. These are not natural feelings and emotions, especially after the chaos of a divorce, but you will get there. I guarantee you will feel better if you do these practices. You know what to do here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, get the notifications, and I will see you soon with my next video series next week. Thanks so much.